Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. This is a Magic the Gathering Ixalan video. That's all it is. Magic Gathering. We're going to talk about the Ixalan Commander deck set, what's happening, and we're going to talk about the Ixalan Collector Booster Box situation. Yes, if you've been living under a rock, and as most people do, no matter how they feel about everything, as my own patrons tell me, Rudy, you're still creepy, and I'm not buying the new Magic Collector box from you because I'm just going to wait for an Amazon dump. Yeah, so we have Amazon dumps going away, essentially. We have print run reductions happening, and Ixalan Collectors pretty much just said, hold your party pack, because watch what I can do. As the filming of this, Ixalan Collector boxes were at $215 per box plus tax, then they jumped to $225 plus tax, then $240 plus tax. As of the filming of this video, Ixalan Collectors just hit an all-time high of $260 plus tax, so with tax, you're looking at just under $300 shipped. Now, big caveat, keep in mind, this is being filmed through the holiday of the Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, Stepsister Tuesday, and Washer Repair Wednesday when everyone's at work. So keep in mind, we are in the middle of these promotional, everybody's supposed to spend everything, get all jolly, make sure any saving and investing you did all year that you're supposed to follow, as Fidelity would say, follow the green line and invest and don't overspend. Okay, now that we're holidays, everybody spend, everything goes out the window. Capitalism, spend, consumers, never get ahead, stay in the hamster wheel. Okay, we'll edit that out. Now, TCG Player, they have the 10%. A lot of these companies are doing cashbacks. So, in my opinion, what's happening is people are buying these boxes for $230, $240, and they're getting that $20 a box in cash back, which is maybe like canceling out the tax kind of thing. Okay, unless we get a huge dump of Ixalan collector boxes from distribution, a wave 2, an Amazon dump, something going on, again, the market has been turning. I've been trying to say this, and of course the comment section is just a playground of goofballs, and just everybody's just throwing tacos at each other. Ixalan is doing incredibly fucking well. It is just shockingly good. Yes, I still have some Ixalan collector boxes. Yes, I'm saying that as a conflict of interest because I'm trying to pump your stepsister. And yes, I have a couple hundred boxes left. I should be able to keep in stock another week or so. And yes, I'm still selling them for like $209 shipped to your door for a case kind of thing. That does include a nice double box and you have to sign for and all that crap. Now, do I think you should pay $260 plus tax, almost $300 on TCG Player? It's a really successful product. The Jurassic Park theme with dinosaurs was a beautiful thing. They finally did a Universes Beyond that made sense. The power level and the flavor of the set, people have been really enjoying it. The feedback of people who've been buying these from me, going to LGSs, hosting tournaments, actually playing, people are really happy with the product. You have these really expensive emblem fancy cards. You have a good flavor to it. And the print run of the collector boxes was not overdone and ridiculously just crashing the product. And of course, absolutely zero signs of an Amazon dump. Now, I do not recommend paying $260 plus tax. So paying almost $300 a box on TCG Player right now is very high risk, and I do not recommend that. The risk level and the probability of this going to $300 to $400 a box is the odds are not in your favor. The odds are Wizards could be lying, and they could dump a huge second wave of these collector boxes. They didn't reprint them, but they held back 100 pallets, and it could dump on Amazon distribution and stores. As of right now, that hasn't happened. But I would be very, very careful paying $300 plus tax for Ixalan collectors, or even near that. I mean, yes, I know, Rudy, you're just saying to sell yours. If you want to buy from me, I got it for $209 if you want a case type of box, or $209 times 6 boxes in a mini case. I think that's a great below market price, but I don't think $300 plus I think that's really risky. It's a weak Magic market. People are testing the waters. It's going to take time to determine if the Magic market is actually turning with these new reduction of SKUs, reduction of supply print runs, reduction of Amazon dumps. Everybody's getting optimistic, but there's still no evidence that Wizards isn't going to pull the rug and just, literally show up when we're at work saying we're the Maytag repairman. We don't know, but people are getting excited, and you're seeing money move, and you're seeing prices start to shift. I mean, again, okay, let's take a step over to the Ixalan Commander decks. I don't have any of those. I don't have any for sale, but the Ixalan Commander decks have been on fire. Okay, probably the most successful Commander deck set we've seen probably since what? The Master Set Commander deck or something? Because the power level and the value of the deck and the cards, it's just a really good product. You get a lot of, it's just, between the actual value of the singles and the unique cards, it's a good product. Now, do not overpay, same thing. Okay, and this is one that, hey, be a Rudy patron, I'll sell you Commander deck. I don't have Ixalan Commander decks. I'm just warning you, those items are not out of print. Okay, Ixalan Commander decks, there are more coming. So, if you are going to overpay, because one of the decks is over $100 and the whole deck set, you need to be patient. The price is going to reset and be repriced lower when that second or third wave hits the market. That is not a collector box item where they don't reprint them. So just be very careful. I know everybody's been asking about these Commander decks for Ixalan because it's actually a good product, but just I'm telling you all, the probability of that being repriced lower is very high. Now, if you just want to open it and play it, you don't want to wait for a reprint and knock yourself out. For those buying or trying to flip it, be very, very careful because the odds are the easy money's been made. I don't see it going much higher, and I don't think people realize there's more waves coming. So I wanted to get that out in the open there. I want to comment one other thing about the Magic market. I've also been noticing, I guess a lot of people expected a lot of vintage Magic to be maybe on a I don't know, I guess a Black Friday sales or anything. I guess a lot of people maybe try to target some high-end old cards when like TCG Player runs their discounts and things like that, or the 10% cash back. Or you all are aware that these holidays and 10% cash back things do nothing to the vintage market, right? Like, are we on the same page as this? Because remember, they usually cap the cash back. You cannot go and buy a $10,000 Black Lotus and say, well, I'm going to get 10% cash back on TCG Player. I'm going to get $1,000 off my Lotus. You all are aware that like they cap these things at like $50 or $100, right? So if you buy a $50,000 box of, antiquities, like, they're not going to give you $5,000 cash back. Like a $50,000 box of antiquities is going to get the $50 or $100 off. In other words, on large scale numbers, the percentages and discounts of Black Fridays and holiday, everybody waste any money you have and go into debt. You all understand that it does not impact high value in vintage markets. I just want to lay that out there real quick because I know a lot of people are going to comment on this video about, well, Rudy, Ixalan's going up and the poster cards and Lord of the Rings, everything's going up because of the cash back. On on items that are usually like $500 or less, you will see a bullish move as people buy the cheaper items to cash in that. And usually, again, if a box is $200 and it's you live in a state that has, 9% sales tax, the 10% cash back essentially just undoes your sales tax. Which for many people, if you're just trying to buy some small things, that is a big deal. That really does help people. Because if you make a couple orders and you're getting $10, $20, $30 back on every single order, you could get a free box of cards, you can get a couple free, actual single cards. There's real value there. I get it. But just understand it doesn't impact high value stuff. And I don't think people realize the caps on a lot of these sales, because a lot of people make all these goofy things like, oh, I'm going to buy a whole Power 9 set and get like 50,000 cash back. Like, I don't think everyone's aware of that. So I just want to lay that out there. Anyways, all I have today, folks. Hope you all have been enjoying the holidays, end of the year. Just now getting back to getting all the filming and everything, getting a lot of behind the scenes things caught up, and just getting back to normal. I am continued to be really, really bullish and excited that 2024 Magic will be finally a better market. And I do not think the bear market in Magic is going to go into 3, 4, 5 years. I don't think it's going to last that long. After 2 years of Hasbro being morons, and of course new Magic tanking, vintage Magic tanking, and everybody just saying it's over with. And as we kind of swim through the muck of depression and people giving up, I continue to be on my giant pineapple raft, and I continue to. I think the future is going to be very good. And of course, Rudy has to say that because I don't have a choice, and I always believe in the future being optimistic. It's just kind of how I am. I think everything from the overall equity markets on Wall Street, I think interest rates are pretty much near the top, if not at the top. I think a lot of things, I believe in that we're going to have some good years ahead, and I feel like people are just been going through so many months of pressure and duress and anxiety. I think people forgot what it's like when things turn. And just to remind you all, a couple years where nothing goes up and things go down or stay flat is normal. Again, 2020 made all humans a bunch of morons. Everybody became stupid, including me. Everybody in 2020, 2021 lost their mind. And as we continue to pull away from our afterglow hangover of the boom and bust era and everything recalibrates, we are laying good foundations for a good future of all these markets. Back to normal rates of return of around that, the Rudy rate of return around that 7 to 9%, 8%, a nice, calm, I think it's just a beautiful thing. And I hope you all are around to see it when it turns. And I think a lot of people are just not going to want to hear it. And I think it's going to be really exciting. By the way, congratulations to Wizards on your Ixalan. What a success. Got to give credit where credit's due.